Hello and thank you for joining us for this episode of City Council Roundup. I'm your host, Josh Lee.
And I'm Kathleen Pade. And these are our friends.
Oh, no, we can't tell them about that yet.
And these are our friends that you'll meet at the end of the video. So stay tuned.
We figured that holding puppies and kitties while talking about city council topics would liven things up a bit. So, in this episode, we'll cover the city council meeting conducted online on Monday, July 27th. Topics include approval of the 5-year capital improvement program, the fiscal year 20 budget amendment number 2, and the Halik Street Reconstruction project. But before we get into the agenda items, we wanted to take a moment to mention one of the public comments from this meeting. It was an announcement by District 29 Congressman Pete Olson naming the post office on Walnut after our very own Mayor Tom Reed.
I'm proud to announce that the first hurdle to name a post office after Mayor Tom Reed has been crossed.
The mayor has been a staple in the Pearland community and has served selflessly for decades, always holding a long-term view that continually pushed Pearland forward and into the great community that it is today. His contribution can never be repaid, but hopefully this small gesture is one of the many that will solidify the Tom Reed legacy for all current and future Pearland residents and visitors. So, now on to the regular agenda items itself. First, approval of the 5-year capital improvement program. The Capital Improvement Program, or CIP, is a continuous planning document that provides an outline for capital projects over the next 5 years. Each year, the CIP is reviewed and updated for the city facility, drainage, road, water, and wastewater investments that the community will need to continue to prosper. The CIP is an important outline for planning projects and estimating costs, but identified improvement projects don't receive any specific expenditure appropriation at this time. Many of these projects are listed on the city's project update page, so be sure to visit pearlandtx.gov/project updates to stay up to date on our capital improvement projects.
Ears and cheeks. Ears and cheeks.
Yeah. Second, fiscal year 20 budget amendment number 2. Midway through each fiscal year, the city adopts an amended budget to accurately reflect the city's financial position and prepare for the next fiscal year proposed budget. As a result of the COVID-19 pandemic, however, the city has had to brace for immediate economic impacts while still preparing for fiscal year 21. The overarching understanding, determined in staff memos, is that the city would have a sharp, short-term drop in revenue. While this is true thus far, the numbers came out to these 2 pivotal points. 1. Drops in revenue from sales tax and building permits were not as severe as anticipated, and that 2. New direct federal assistance for COVID-19 expenses became a reality, meaning the city did not have to eat up many specific costs associated with the pandemic. Council voted and approved to amend the FY20 budget to reflect the general fund's projected revenue as $86,213,352.
Doing so good. Finally, the Halik Street Reconstruction project. Halik Street is an old and narrow asphalt road that is in regular need of maintenance due to regular truck traffic from commercial and industrial growth in the area. Halik is located just off of State Highway 35, which is one of Pearland's principal commercial corridors and the focus of the State Highway 35 redevelopment strategy. This strategy, spearheaded by the city and the Pearland Economic Development Corporation, serves to transform the corridor into a high-quality and consistently designed employment and business environment with compatible land uses and supportive amenities. As part of the 35 corridor, Halik would naturally fall under the need for redevelopment. The motion passed and City Council authorized PEDC expenditure of $121,850 to proceed with design services associated with the Halik Street Reconstruction project. And now, we introduce you to Nellie.
And Eleanor. This precious pup and kitten are looking for their forever homes. They've each been at the shelter for a couple of weeks now, and they're hoping that you could give them a look online at pearlandtx.gov/animal services.
And that's all we wanted to cover today, so thank you for joining us.
As always, we hope that this series makes the information easy to understand and useful for those interested in your Pearland city government.
You can find links to more detailed information by visiting pearlandtx.gov or by clicking the links below. Leave a comment if you have any questions or suggestions.
Click here to watch the last episode of City Council Roundup.
And here to subscribe to the channel.